Your child finally falls asleep. You exhale. Maybe you sit down or start cleaning up. Maybe you just stand for a moment, feeling like you can breathe again. Then, before you know it, they're awake. Again. If your autistic child wakes up at night, suddenly, repeatedly, or at the exact same time every single night, I'm guessing you're not exaggerating or imagining it. The good news is that how and when they wake up are clues as to why they are waking up. There are three main types of night wakings. Once you know which one your child has, then you have the power to reduce it. Today, I'll walk you through the three main types: sensory, biological, and behavioral, with simple examples that will make it obvious which one you're dealing with. Hi, I'm Diane Lusney, and I support moms who have kids age 4 to 12 on the autism spectrum who also have sleep issues. Point 1. Sensory night wakings. Picture a super sensitive smoke alarm. Some kids have nervous systems that act like a smoke alarm that goes off when there's fire, or smoke, or a boiling pot of water, maybe even a steaming cup of coffee. A tiny sensation that wouldn't wake up most people can pull them instantly awake. A blanket shifting, a seam rubbing, light leaking under the door, a sound down the hall, an air temperature changing, pajamas twisting. The list is endless. Their brain isn't misbehaving. It's doing exactly what it's wired to do: scan for safety. Even when they're asleep, their sensory system could be on high alert. When it senses something different, even slightly different, the brain interprets it as a threat and wakes them up. This is why sensory kids can be deeply asleep one moment and awake the next. Something triggered their alarm system. What you can do. The biggest lever? Keep the bedtime routine as predictable and as calm as possible. Maybe make it begin earlier. This supports the calming of their nervous system. If your child goes to bed and is overstimulated, their sensory system is already on edge, and every small sensation feels bigger. After that has been taken care of, focus on the bedroom itself. How can you reduce any changes in sensory input? But start with calming the nervous system. A less stimulated nervous system can handle minor changes in the sensory world. If you want a few calming tools to reduce sensory stress before bed, my free T-Zone guide is in the description below. Point 2. Biological or brain-based night awakenings. The key for this one? Living in a different time zone. Some kids wake up not because of anything in the environment has changed, but because their brain chemistry or body rhythms aren't lined up with their daytime and nighttime schedule. They are living in a different time zone or an ungrounded or unsettled time zone. Think of your child having an internal clock that gains or loses a bit of time every day, or is running in a completely different time zone. When they waken at 2 a.m., it's because their biological clock is telling them, get up, it's morning. This can be caused by low evening melatonin, late afternoon cortisol spike, circadian rhythm drift, sleep cycles that are too light, not enough physical activity, overtiredness, nighttime hunger, plus other things. This type of waking feels predictable. Often it happens at the same time every night. Your child doesn't seem distressed. They are just wide awake, very alert. They might talk, move around, even want to play. And they have real difficulty returning to sleep because their brain genuinely thinks it's time to be up. What you can do. First step, consistent morning wake-up times. 7 days a week, the same wake-up time. Second step, increase morning light exposure. Get them outside if it's daylight or near a bright window, one of those sunshine lights that you can buy, or a very brightly lit room within an hour of waking. Natural light is the best if that's possible. It's brighter even on a cloudy day than regular indoor light. This resets their internal clock. To see the quickest change, do both, getting light and being consistent. Does your child fit into one of these two types, the sensory or the biological? Do they wake up like an alarm has gone off, or like it's the right time to wake up because it's morning? Tell me if your child fits one of the two types in the comments below. I'm curious which one is more common. Thank you. Point 3, behavior or habit-based night wakings. Think midnight handshake. Imagine you and your child accidentally created a midnight handshake. A midnight handshake is a pattern your child now expects as part of falling asleep and includes both of you. This usually shows up when your child falls asleep with something they can't recreate on their own. Maybe you're lying beside them. Maybe they are being rocked in your arms. Maybe there's a TV on, or you're rubbing their back. When they wake up between sleep cycles, which is very normal, they notice there's a change and wake up fully. Just like you'd wake up if your pillow disappeared, they wake up looking for what was there at bedtime. This is not bad behavior. This is not manipulation. It's just a strong pattern their brain has learned to rely on. You know it's habit-based when they wake up, seek you out, and then fall asleep quickly once you're there. They need the exact same conditions that they had at bedtime to fall back asleep. What you can do. The most important thing, make bedtime cues match what you can sustain during the night. If you can't lie beside them for every waking, ease off lying beside them at bedtime. If you can't rock them back to sleep when they wake up in the middle of the night, don't rock them to sleep at 8 p.m. Having predictability signals safety to our brain, so you definitely need a routine for bedtime. But the falling asleep part of it should not include you. If right now you are part of that equation, you need to change the pattern. Fade it out slowly. Small steps, done consistently, work better than big changes that don't stick. It takes persistence and consistency. Now that you've been introduced to these 3 categories, does one sound more like your child than the other 2? Or do you think you know, but you're not sure? What if you do, and they're a combination of 2 types? Let's separate the 3 types and go into more detail of each of these so you can have a clearer idea. Sometimes one activity can support more than one cause of night awakening. What if there is no wrong answer? It's about moving in the right direction. Join me in the next video where I go deeper into sensory overload. See you there.